Betsy Manning here, leadership speaker, author, and organizational development expert. Today I want to talk to you about the 5 things employees need in order to have job satisfaction. You know, the number one reason that people end up leaving a job or underperforming at a job is because their needs are not being met. And when someone's needs aren't being met, they're focusing on what they're lacking as opposed to what they should be doing. And when that happens, you start to see lower morale, lower productivity, and well, a higher turnover rate, and basically a leader that no one respects. So let's go ahead and dive into the 5 things employees need for job satisfaction so you can start meeting their needs. Starting at number 5, employees need flexibility. You know, with millennials and Gen Xers taking over the workforce, things are changing and they're demanding a new type of atmosphere. So for instance, they want the flexibility to do things their way. They don't want to be micromanaged. They want the freedom to be able to accomplish goals and tasks the way that they prefer to do it. But they also prefer flexibility between their work and their home life. You know, they want the chance to be successful and work hard, but they also want the chance to enjoy that success as well. So there's ways that we can give them that flexibility with giving them early outs, maybe taking a late lunch, or coming later the next day. We can always meet that need if we're just a little creative to do so. All right, number 4, employees need to have pride in their company. Now, Disney is one of the best at creating pride within their companies. I worked for them for a short time, and I'll never forget, they teach you that when your name tag goes on, your smile goes on as well. And I'll tell you, years later after working for them, anytime I put a name tag on for any reason, I automatically smile. It's a great trait to instill within your employees. Disney is so good at creating such a wonderful employee experience, and therefore they create a good customer experience. And people will be more committed to a company who takes care of them first. Create pride in your company within your employees, and they'll have the pride to want to stay and serve that company as well. Coming in at number 3, employees want to work for a good leader. They want to work for someone that they trust, someone they respect, and someone that they admire. And I want you to think about this. If your employees were to describe you in 3 different words, what would those words be? Would it be someone that they would say that they respect, someone that they feel is an honest leader for them? Or would they say, you know what, my boss isn't dependable. My boss is always moody all the time. But I want you to think about, you've got to be the type of person that you want to be described as. All right, coming in at number 2, in order to have job satisfaction, employees want to have growth opportunities. And they need growth opportunities in 3 different areas. 1, they want professional growth, and that means that they want to be able to develop skills that will help them be more successful at their job. 2, they want company growth. They want to be able to move up within the company, and they want those positions available for them. And 3, they need personal growth. You know, I have a lot of companies bring me in as a keynote speaker to not only give some good pointers for them to walk away with, but also to motivate them to personally take responsibility for their success in life. All right, coming in at number 1 of the top 5 things employees need in order to have job satisfaction is, drum roll please, they need to feel valued. You know, the number 1 way to make sure you have low morale and no productivity at all is to neglect to tell someone that you appreciate them. And I hear the same thing all the time from leaders around the nation when I train them. They say, why should I have to tell someone thank you for doing a job that they're getting paid to do in the first place? And I always answer with this. If you were to get more out of them just by praising them a little bit more often, would it be worth it for you? I'll let you answer that question yourself. All right, as I say at the end of all my blogs, the fastest way to success is to get a tan. Take action now. So let me give you a couple action steps that you can take right away. 1, comment below on one of these areas that you feel as a leader you need to improve upon the most. Or if you're an employee, comment on which one you feel you're lacking the most in the workplace and that you wish your leader would improve upon. 2nd, if you enjoyed this video, share it with somebody else. If you got value, make sure you're giving the value to somebody who could benefit from it. And last but not least, if you want more advanced training for your organization, or if you're looking for a keynote speaker for your next event, make sure you contact me on my website and we'll talk about how we can work together.
Let me hear you say booyah! 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 Never ever let the limitations that others place on their own lives affect what you want to do.